Hi guys, in this video I will show you how you can solve this type of equation. Now the question says 4 to the power of x over 3 minus 4 to the power of x over 2 plus 240 is equal to 0. So how do we do this? Now the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to rewrite this equation in such a way that it will look like a polynomial. So I can write 4 to the power of x over 3 as 4 to the power of x over 6 squared. This is the same thing as 4 to the power of 2x over 6. Then these two cancel out. Still the same thing, 4 to the power of x over 3. So that means I can write 4 to the power of x over 3 as this. And the same thing goes for 4 to the power of x over 2. I can write it as 4 to the power of x over 6. I want them to have the same power. I want x over 6 to be visible in both expression. So I'm going to write this to the power of 3. This is actually the same thing. Then this will be 3x over 6. Then 3 in 3 1, then 3 in 6 is 2. Which is the same thing as 4 to the power of x over 2. So moving on, I know that 4 to the power of x over 3 is the same thing as 4 to the power of x over 6 squared minus 4 to the power of x over 2 is the same thing as 4 to the power of x over 6 cube plus 240 equals to 0. Right? So you can say let 4 to the power of x over 6 equals to m. Right? So whenever I see 4 to the power of x over 6, I'm going to replace it with m. So automatically this gives m squared minus m to the power of 3 plus 240 is equals to 0. So I can rearrange this equation now. M to the power of 3 plus m squared plus 240 is equal to 0. So now the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to divide out by negative 1. So this gives m cubed minus m squared minus 240 is equals to 0. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to use try and error method to solve this. Try and error method. Because I'm going to guess a number that if we impute the number for m and we carry out the operation, then we are going to get 0. So I will think of, let's say 6. Let's say m is equal to 6. Then 6 to the power of 3 minus 6 squared minus 240 give minus 60. That's wrong. I will check m is equal to 6.5. Then 6.5 cube minus 6.5 squared minus 240. This give minus 7.625. Then we have, we'll also take co-founder number, let's say 7, at m is equal to 7. Then we have 7 cube minus 7 squared minus 240. This give a positive number, is 54. So now we can see that from when we guess that m is equal to 6.5, we have a negative answer, and when we guess that m is equal to 7, we have a positive answer. So that means there is actually a root in between 6.5 and 7, right? So let's say m is equal to 6.7. 6.7. Let's try that. So you have 6.7 cube minus 6.7 squared minus 240. We have 15. We have 15. Okay. 6.55 cube minus 6.55 squared minus 240. We have negative 1.891. Actually, I think this makes sense. This makes sense. And I think we can say m is 6.55, right? I guess m to be such. So I'm going to use Newton-Raphson method to solve this. It says x is equal to x naught minus f of x naught, or f prime of x naught, right? So if I want to solve this now, my x naught is my guessed value, but in this case we are using m, right? We are using m. M naught is 6.55, and f of m naught should be this, and f of m naught is, see this, f of m naught is this, right? F of m naught is minus 1.891. Then f prime of m naught is the derivative of this total expression, right? The derivative of this expression is f of x naught. So if you want to differentiate it now, we have 3m squared minus 2m, right? Where m is 6.55. So this is 3 multiplied by 6.55 squared minus 2 multiplied by 6.55. This is something as 115.6075. So m1 is equal to m naught 6.55 minus f of m naught, which is the same thing as minus 1.891 divided by 115.6075. So after carrying out the operation, we have m1 is equals to 6.566, right? So that's our m1. That is our m. You can still carry out the iteration too, but I'm going to stop here because this answer, this 6.56 is almost the same thing with 6.55. So let's go with it. So but we know that m is equals to 4 to the power of x over 6, right? We assumed that earlier. Here we said m is equals to 4 to the power of x over 6. So I brought it back. So the next thing I'm going to do is 4 to the power of x over 6 is equals to 6.566. So how do we get x? How do we get x? So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to apply logarithm to it. Apply logarithm to both sides. So we can have log 4 to the power of x over 6 is equals to log 6.566. From laws of logarithm, you know that log m to the power of n is the same thing as n log m, which is exactly what is here, right? So you can say x over 6 log 4 is equals to log 6.566. So x over 6 is equals to log 6.566 over log 4. X over 6 is equals to, I'm going to use calculator to get this. So we have 1.3575. So x is equal to, if you cross multiply, we have 6 times 1.3575, and x equals to 8.145. So this is the final answer. Thank you.